Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? It's Yoshineta195 coming at you with an old school gaming commentary from Black Ops 6. And in today's episode, no one in my group wants to hang out. What do I do? I've been in this situation a couple of times, and my biggest takeaway when it comes to tackling this kind of question, particularly when you're dealing with something on social media, is not necessarily to take it too personally, but there are moments where this could be applicable, and it's very hard to kind of go into your own specifics and details of your own life because I don't know you. But what I've struggled with when it comes to group hangouts, it's like there's like this meme about the plan or the event, the top deck tour or whatever group tour you want to do. The hangout finally left the group chat. And I've seen that time and time and time again, in the sense that someone and you might have an idea of something that you want to do this weekend. Then you put it towards the group and the group chat, and you just hear nothing but crickets. And man, oh man, can that ever be like so frustrating to hear? Because you're like, what? Like, do they not like me, or is like what's going on? Why don't they want to hang out with me? And sometimes it can be that may legitimately be the case. And I don't know how the specifics of if that is a situation where you've pissed someone off and then you need to kind of rectify that. But let's say it's not you, and this is where I'm getting into, like, chances are it's not a personal thing. Maybe the idea that you do is terrible. Maybe it's just not that captivating. But I'm also going to go another filter further, in that not only is it not your fault in that it's nothing personal and it's nothing to do with the idea, because maybe the idea is usually pretty good, but group chats are notorious because it's so easy for people to say no. And that's why I've kind of almost like stopped doing those kind of messages to people, to the group. If I genuinely want to hang out with the group, here's the kind of the best solution, the alternative that I've kind of figured out to come up with, is you tackle one or two members from that group and you kind of float that idea to them. Sounds kind of weird and almost like a bit of like a psychological manipulation, but I've often found that if I can get one domino to fall, the rest will start coming. There's something, I guess, like, I don't know, like it reduces the friction for people to say yes to it. Because if they see like 3 people or 2 other people have already committed, then they're more likely to say yes to it. And it's just like, I don't know, like a psychological thing that people do. I don't know if it's like a fear of missing out. They're like, damn, Steven's going to this, and now they got Brad going to it. I kind of want to go because, like, if they've already said yes, they see value in this hangout, and I don't want to be the one to miss out on it. So it's kind of, there's that element towards that I think is pretty key. And I've had more success getting 1 or 2 people and then having the group follow on from that. They're like, wow, I'm going to hang out. So that's my one part of the big advice to try out, and just experiment for yourself. See if you can find 1 or 2 people, particularly 1 or 2 people from the group that you may be closer to, that you know are more likely to say yes to you because you've hanged out with them before, or they're usually kind of like the yes man crowd. They're like, they're down for anything. You don't want to send this message to people that are notorious flakers and just often say no. The second part to this is that when you message the group, it's so broad and vague, and it doesn't feel personalized, that people are kind of inherently wanting to say no to that because it doesn't feel special towards them. It's not like it's like an invitation that isn't personalized. Like a cover letter that's not tailored. It sounds kind of weird, but like a cover letter that's not tailored for the company is just like, this is just generic bullcrap. I'm just going to say no to it. But if you actually message the person individually, one, they kind of feel like, wow, they actually want to hang out with me, which is super nice and still part of the point. I'm not trying to say you should manipulate people because you want to hang out with all of them, but you're just telling them like, I do want to hang out with you. And then that's kind of nice to hear. And conversely, it's harder for them to say no to you, maybe because just like it's difficult to say no to a person one-on-one. But also what I love about one-on-one messages is that you'll get a response regardless, and it may be a no. You're more likely to hear back from someone from an individual text, hey, are you going to this later tonight? And like, boom, I'm going to get a message back. Versus them, feeling like I'm not too obligated to reply back to the group chat. You just won't hear back, so you hear like just seen all the time. And that can be so infuriating. So my biggest takeaway is like, okay, don't take it personally. Apart from like making sure that you haven't done anything wrong, that's still important. To make sure you have like a good idea that's easy to people to commit to. And maybe I'll do another video on this. Like, it can't be something like it's super expensive and be like, wow, that's going to cost me $200, or I really, $300, and or it's so far away. Are you kidding me? I can't commit to this. This is ludicrous. But most importantly, be very tactical in how you actually kind of send messages to people from the group chat to get them to kind of be like more interested in what you want to do. And hopefully by taking one domino, you'll see how others begin to fall. But I want to know from you, are there any success stories that you found when it comes to doing group chats and group hangouts? How have you gone about trying to organize some event? Because man, it can be very difficult, especially with bigger groups. The more people there are, the harder it is to get everyone together in the same place at the same time. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.